Well, welcome back everyone. Today is another product review. I ordered a bunch of stuff for my Battlestar Galactica kits from Shapeways. I've ordered stuff from them before. I believe they have different artists who design and develop files for 3D printing, and then they sell it through Shapeways. So it's really cool, and then Shapeways will print your order for you and send it out to you. It's really cool. I got a bunch of really great stuff for the D'Agostino Millennium Falcon I did, and all those parts were amazing, so let's go take a look. Alright, here we go. This is the package I got from Shapeways. So let's see what's in here. I at least cut it open. I think that's a return slip if I need. Something like that. Alright. Lots of foam. We got something here. Got all kinds of stuff here. Holy cow. I didn't think it would be this many pieces. What did I order? Oh my goodness. Now where's my glasses? Because I'm going to have to read stuff. Alright, now here we go. Shapeways is always good with their packaging. Alright. Like I said, these are all Battlestar Galactica stuff from my old classic monogram kits. So, that's what all those are. What do we want to start with here? Let's see, I think that's something with that. Well, let's start off here. This one's the easy one to see. This is our Colonial Viper's new engine thrusters. So we can actually light it. It's supposed to be more accurate too, so I forget who was that I actually ordered these parts through, because like I said, it's actual people who come up, you know, with these parts, you know, that draw them and create them, the files for to be printed, and then they must give the files to Shapeways and then collaborate together on selling them that way. But wow, that's really nice. And there's your back end of your 1/32 scale Viper, Colonial Viper. Now these are supposed to be more accurate. I'm not 100% sure, but they look much nicer than the kit part. And then it'll be able to be lit. You can have a light back there. But let's do a comparison of the kit part. There's the old Revell monogram Colonial Viper. Here. Well, let's look at the kit actual part. And there it is right there. I'll give you a comparison. Looks like the new one's just a hair bigger as far as width, but that could be more just not by much. Everything else is pretty on it. Detail wise is really good. I don't know how accurate this old back is, but definitely have the better grills instead of those grills. These are supposed to be what's actually on the ship. So, engine nozzles. Yeah, so I mean, fairly similar. Which one's more accurate? I don't know, as far as like all the greeblies in there. I mean, I kind of do like how this has a little bit of, you know, these look like actual bottles back there, but like I said, it all depends on what the real studio model looked like. The filming miniature. But I definitely like that it can be lit, so that's a plus. Now, I don't know if we can check to see how it would. I guess we could look off of this piece. And where I think these are towards the front, and this is because I think this will go like that. Or can we do, is this the bigger section? Yeah, like that. And you can see even the kit part has a little bit of a flexing you got to do. So that fits like that. So hopefully this will do the same. And like I said, I had to finagle the kit part, so I might have to do a little bit of trimming to make this work. But that's okay. It's got the right diameter. I just think these walls are thicker, yeah, than this, and that's what it is. The thickness of this wall is not allowing that to go in. And how's that fitting in there? Let's look at the actual kit part. Now see, that sits way back even before I get it in there. This one's sitting more forward, but it would be about back to here when said and done. And when this goes on, does it, how far back does it go? Just to there. That's the underneath of the Viper. So yeah, we either gotta notch out a little bit there for this to go in, or I just glue it right, you know, to that. But I think I can give a little whoop whoop. We can get this to fit in there better and still have this edge to glue. Yeah, and that would be those. Now it's making me want to get in there, see how that fits. It's a big part, so I think I can do it without worrying about losing something. And the other wing setup should be the same way, unless this is the only one that attaches to the, yeah, because this one don't. Interesting. Alright, let's see if we can get this to, yeah, it's just the hole that, you know, I can flex it and it fits. Oh, so this must be the dorsal or something. But it seems to be okay fitting in all those. I mean, there's definitely probably going to be some finagling I can see here. Unless this goes on this side. Because I don't think, I think that's supposed to ride right on the, yeah, like that. It's supposed to sit like that, and that's supposed to be really, pretty much down on the, that's not even very much down on it. You have to glue it down. But for this, we're really going to have to glue it down. That should fit, and I can always file this edge so it goes down deeper, because that's going to want to go down a little deeper. So we might have to just give it a little bit of a file to get that to go down a little deeper. But other than that, that looks great. Yeah, because you can see it's pushing it out. But hey, it's still a great start. So that's going to look cool. So very cool. Very much worth getting that. But like I said, you can see it's just a hair bigger. As far as the engine nozzles themselves, but as far as like this part here, these here, it works. It's a little tighter between here, I'm seeing. But like I said, I can file those other parts. I like the knurl on this edge compared to this big wide knurl. That's way more accurate, so sweet. And this should have, I imagine this had a little bit of foam. And this was wrapped in. What did I do with it? There it is. Or he uses this, they use the foam, the bubble. And you can actually seal it like that. Don't need to. So yeah, there's the engine, the updated engine thrusters for this kit. And how they get this thing in this little tiny bag. If I actually fold it right, we might be able to get it in there better. Well, I'll do that off camera. We'll do that later. Let's look at the next part here. Not even sure what it is, because that picture, it doesn't really tell you exactly what part it is. Like it's all product numbers. So it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna guess this is. Oh, is this the? Nice. This is the cockpit. That is awesome. Yeah, this will be the cockpit for the Viper. It's kind of hard to see because it's kind of a clear plastic, you know, a milky plastic, but you got all your displays. I don't know if I can get something dark behind it. Do I have anything dark? But you can see the holes for the displays. For all your lighting. And wow, the detail is amazing in there. So that's great. And then that'll go in the Viper as well, which means I have to cut some parts. Because that's got to somehow fit right in there. Like that. And that'll give us a cockpit, because this doesn't have a cockpit. As you can see, the canopy is just a solid canopy. You're supposed to use black decals or paint black. But, so that's awesome. That's going to bring some nice detail to the kit. Because this is a nice scale to have a nice cockpit in it. So, you have all the instruments going. It's a shame now. I did look for the Cylon Raider. I could get a cockpit for the monogram, but I couldn't find the louvered, open louvered canopy part for them. So you could see in there. So it's like no sense of having the cockpit if you can't really shine any lights. And you can get the Cylons in there, and you might be able to see inside through the louvers. But like I said, I couldn't find both for the monogram kit. Now the Mobius one, yeah, I can. So, all right, what else we got here? I think this here is a seat, maybe. I think some of that, I don't know, what is this? Not quite sure. I think this is the head, the seat. Yeah, you probably gotta trim all that stuff off. That's the headrest to the cockpit. Because they said it's a separate headrest, so you can adjust how you want it. And all this has probably got to get cut away, and then you just glue this headrest part on there. So that's what that is. I know they said, reading something, that they made the headrest separate from the main body of the cockpit here. So that's what that is. Sweet. So these kind of go together. What else have we got here? Actually, I don't think I opened that one yet. I gotta remember to put all this stuff on one side. There's the cockpit. There's the seat rest. And that, so I don't get confused. Here's the figure. You can get different 3D printed guys. So I figured I had a cockpit, might as well have a pilot. And there he is, and that looks really good, the old school helmet. It's got some cleanup to do, but you know, it is a 3D printed part. Yeah, he looks really good. And I like how you can still see, like, on each side of that inside here on your face, that there's very much open spots there. I don't know if we can get him in there. Can I turn that camera light on? Yeah, but he's not going to focus. But yeah, there's the guy. Turn that battery, that light off. Yeah, let's see. Let's do a trial here. See how he looks. Because he looks, you know, first glance off to me, he looks pretty big. I think he's too big for this. Maybe not. I'm going to have to do a little leg trimming. I think we'll probably just take his legs off, because once he's sitting down in here. Nah, he'll work. And then you got your headrest for the seat back here. But yeah, we're definitely have to do a little trimming on these holes to get him to fit in there correctly. And that joist controller doesn't go all the way down. So that's kind of bothersome. And I thought they gave you a separate controller for in there. Maybe not. I didn't think about it because I figured the guy has it, but he doesn't fit down as... Now hopefully he's not too big. I'm not sure. He looks fine now that he's in there. There we go. And that'll be him sitting in there. But yeah, we're going to have to trim a little bit because his legs are a little too squished together. So I'll have to do a little trimming to that piece to get his feet through. So I don't believe these are... Yeah, there's a little piece here. We'll have to do a little trimming to get him through there. And that's where that joystick's supposed to go. Control stick. He has one that sits real high. I can always extend it with styrene to bring it down to that. So we'll see. But that's great. So let's get this back in here again. Yeah, and that looks really good. And then they have the, you know, the newer Viper pilots for the new series as well. If you're doing the Mobius, like Mark II or the Mark VII, they have the newer helmet style for the reimagined Battlestar Galactica. So that gives us that. Let's keep on trucking here. I almost forgot everything that I did order. I know it's for the Cylon and there's one half of the canopy. That's the part that goes into the ship. Everything's sticking together. That's this part. It fits really nice, and then it has a hinge pin. You got holes there, and you just gotta make a pin so you can hinge your canopy. So that's one part of that. Let's see if we can find the other. Here it is. And this is the actual canopy. It'll be interesting to see how... Oh, that's beautiful. No glass. Thank you. It makes it very fragile. But then you put that in there and you put a pin in it. And you can have your canopy open. But yeah, that's really nice. And the rivets and everything are accurate and everything looks great. That's going to be nice. And to be able to have it to be a hingeable too, so I can have it come open if you want. That's great. I think they're going to keep, well, they were probably pretty smart to keep those separate, but I'm going to keep them together because that's just too much packaging. And I'm hoping that the sides of the other one will keep like anything from squishing this, because this has definitely got to go in somewhere, because that's a fragile piece there. Because you know how the 3D printing resins are, they're not really strong. I don't need any of that anymore. Goodbye. And let's see what's next. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure who's the person who actually designed these files, or persons, because I think I got from, one came from like, one gentleman, I forget what he calls, but all you have to do is go on there and look in this, you know, like Battlestar Galactica, Colonial Viper parts, and then they'll give you a whole listing, and you can choose from different people. And these here, I'm not even sure. I don't remember ordering these. They look like little thrusters, but I'm not sure what for. I'll have to look at my order here quick. I mean, here's a quick little parts list. We got the cockpit, interior cockpit, oh, okay. That's probably part of the engine inserts for the Cylon Raider. That's probably what those are. I hope this comes with a pair of them. You would think so. But I've only seen one of those. I mean, it's going to be a while, so I can always order. Yeah, because I've only seen one of those. So that's worrying me. I thought it came with the pair. No, you got to order one each, so I have to do a reorder. You'd think they'd give you the pair for the whole kit. That's only one of them. That's kind of stupid. You would, you know. Let me look. Unless I still got another part somewhere in there, or I moved it over here. That's the canopy. That's the headrest. That's that. That is the pilot, and that's that. Yeah, so no, I have not. But I'm going to pause this and see what's going on here. Okay, so my bad. Yeah, I should have ordered two. I figured they would give you, you know, your Cylon Raider has two engines. Me personally, I would sell it as a pair. because if you're going to order one, why wouldn't you order, you know, the pair of them? So, no biggie, because it's going to be a while till I get to it. But then these are the parts that they kind of go together like that. I think they inset like that, and then these go here, and those will be like that, and it'll kind of give you that. But it looks good, and that's going to make the Cylon Raider so much more. Yeah, it's somehow it goes like that. Here's a. Yep. So you almost want to get one of them down in there. I don't know if it tells you which one. Which one goes first? I imagine that would go first. He does have keys. There's a key in there for how. There it goes. You push that one down. And then this one has a slot and keys to go down into that. But you gotta be careful because this 3 parts are very fragile pieces. There it goes. Nice and easy. I have to do a little filing. That'll look like that, and then those go down there. And then you can actually stick 3mm LEDs in those little nozzle holes. Actually, let's grab one. I don't have any 3mm. 5. Any 3mm. And there's a purple 3mm. See how they fit in there. Oh, beautifully. Yeah, and then you can have those fit in there. Do I have a little battery? Where's my batteries? There. 3-volt. Yeah, and then I'll give you that kind of a look. You can put all 4 of them in there. I'm going to look for little 3mm flickerings. Put flickering bulbs in there. That would be cool. I think if I get 3mm flickerings in like a blue, I think you can get them in colors. I don't see why not. Or I can just get 3mm flickerings. Because all I have for a flickering bulb in the big guys and the flickering bulb are pulsating, or these big ones. And so, but if they come in clear, I can paint them blue or whatever color I want for what ship. So I need to get some 3mm flickerings, but that's going to look good. Let's, just while I have a test, but yeah, that was my bad. I should have looked into that to see if that came with a set. It should say, please beware to order 2. Or me personally, I would sell it as a pair. If the ship has a pair, I would have sold it in pairs. I mean, it's always nice to have a single one if you need one. If you want, say this one breaks or something. But I think they should have sold them in pairs. That's just my 2 cents. Here's the old school monogram kit. Now I know that this has been started or something's up with this, because we know that these need to come out because they are glued in the wrong place. These are supposed to be up there, and you can see someone's been gluing and putting this kit together. It's like they started the first stage and then they started the first stage wrong, because when I look, I'm going to have to cut that to get those out of there, because they do not belong there. They belong up here. If remember from looking at the and during the unboxing of this kit, that's those pieces right here. And this was all sealed. That's what's so whack. So I'm starting to get a little cautious about even people saying stuff are sealed, because this said it said it was all sealed, and it was. The box was sealed. I think the funny thing is this wasn't even in plastic, but you can tell the plastic, I believe, was like someone's homemade like vacuum sealer. But yeah, these pieces here have been or it went back to the factory, and they factory resealed it for some reason, which could very well be. But yeah, these are those pieces, and they're supposed to be up here, because as you can see, and there was pieces here that they had to cut off. But as you can see here, these are supposed to be up there, and someone completely glued them there, and that's going to be a fun job trying to get them unwelded in completely the wrong area. You're going to have to take a knife and sit there like this and kind of cut at the glue. Don't need it that far open. Sit here, cut and cut and cut and keep scoring that glue until I can get it to bust. And whatever glue it is, it's weird, and it could be 40-year-old glue. So I think if I keep chewing here where I see that it started to weld, I think we can. Yep, that one's starting to come free. So this is a little different of a. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, and whatever they smushed in here, I don't know. Let's see if this one came free. Yeah. I want to be careful. I don't want to lose too much, because I'm going to have to file and grind all this smooth again. And hopefully I didn't get rid of too much plastic there. But then this goes, according to this, up here somewhere. Yeah, so this would be this side. And that'll fit, it'll work. And we don't have much, like, lost from that. Like I said, I just gotta clean these edges up. But yeah. So that was weird. But then that means these, see, they had just these things here. No longer. So I gotta see how these are gonna inset in here. I don't know if I keep them up on those stands. That's the way to do it. Here, let's go off the top and see how it wants to fit in here. I'm thinking I'll have to get rid of those. Can we put you together? Probably be the best test. Put you together like that. It's going to be a nice size ship. That's great. And the cool thing is you do have all this. But like I said, I couldn't find an open louver for this, and I could have got a cut and put a cockpit in here. But yeah, there's no open louver for this particular kit. But here's the old engines. That's what they considered engine thrusters. Well, let's see, now that we have, I believe we're going to have to get rid of those little makeshift stand things they had for the, yeah, this kit definitely has some alignment issues here. Like I said, it's from 1978, so you can't be too harsh on it. Alright, let's count that one as a, yeah, see, they're going to go in there like that. So yeah, we got to get rid of those nubs, which is easy, and then those will fit in there like that. We'll get rid of the nubs that are on that. Sorry if I'm always having stuff up above the camera view. But yeah, that's going to look so much nicer, especially if I have the cones in there. And look, oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Just got to order another one of those. But yeah, that's light years better than that. Than that piece. And I like that it encloses the whole thing, so that's all you're going to see is the engine parts. Not like this thing you can see all the way around it, you know. So that's wonderful. And I think that's all I got for the Cylon. It was just those engine insert. Well, one engine insert at this point. So I have to, but they got this to me pretty quick. They said it wasn't even going to be shipped until around the 30th of June, and yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get those out again. A mosquito on me, but there you go. That's my 3D prints. I gotta order that, but I'll get that in plenty of time by the time I'm gonna get ready to build this. But yeah, I gotta check to make sure these are down all the way. Like, is that one down all the way? See, that one's really tight. I'm not even gonna try to get that one out. It needs to go in there anyway. And I'll just put a drop of glue in there. I'm thinking that's probably how that goes. It only goes down that far, because I would think, well, this should be at least level with the walls. Yeah. So I might have to give a little more filing to that one, because these points should all be the same, and it just means that's just got to come down a little further. I don't play with that too much, but just got to get a file into that. I don't think I can. Oh, there we go. Because they're pretty much the same, but I think this needs to come down more. Yeah, there it goes. We can do this type of deal. There we go. And something with a round bottom. Like this. There, now they're all sitting flush. That's probably the best way to do it. And then push this down in. Yep. There it is. That's beautiful. There you go. And there's your official thruster. That looks great. That looks really good. But yeah, I thank you for watching. I figured I'd do, I haven't done very many product reviews, and these are definitely worth the get. Even give you the holders for your bulb. All these parts are awesome. Now I'm really getting excited to get working on these now. I'm just going to keep you together. And so I hope you come see this actual being built. We can actually see how these parts look. So definitely a great upgrade for the Cylon Raider. Like I said, I'm just happy on the Cylon Raider just to have the engines go, and because you're not really going to be able to see much through the louvers. And then I think there's some like lights in the front. If we open the box, I think there's some lights
somewhere here or here, I have to look at pictures that I can like run fiber optics to and make those lit, and I'd be happy with that. So, I mean, I'll keep my eyes open for a open louver like that, where you can, but you're only going to be able to see in just those little slits. It's just like a louver, it's, you know, one's above the other, and yeah, you're not going to be able to see much in that scale. But thanks for watching, and until next time, see you soon.